Today I'm testing out a product called Bicky, which is a $130 single serve cookie maker. That's right, it makes one cookie. To me, it just looks like a small toaster oven. But 130 bucks, I don't know about that. Now, as ridiculous as it sounds, I'm gonna give it a serious test and see how it actually works. So let's flash back to the unboxing and then get started baking cookies, or should I say, cookie. In this box is the Bicky. The regular price is 130 bucks, but I got a code for $31 off, so I paid $99 plus $20 shipping, $8.29 tax for a total of $127.29. I picked this up from the official website after seeing it advertised on Facebook. Not currently on Amazon, but they claim that it's a single serve cookie maker that can make a cookie in about 3 minutes. No preheating. They say there's two options, chewy and crispy. Use any kind of cookie dough, but they say the tube type is the best. They say it has a tiny footprint, non-stick surfaces for easy cleanup. Ideal for dorms, apartments, offices, RVs, or people who just love cookies. Includes a silicone glove for safe removal of your cookie. Instructions. More instructions. More instructions. There's our silicone glove for easy removal. Very interesting. And there it is. Now, before even reading over the instructions, there was a few things on the website I did notice. First of all, I say the dough needs to be 1/4 of an inch thick. They say if you have pre-measured squares or homemade dough, you gotta flatten that out first. They also note to not wind the timer backwards. If you pull them out early, just let it go. Otherwise, you can break the timer. They say it can be used for more than just cookies, although that seems limited. And they do say you can make up to 2 cookies at a time. By the way, there's also a crumb tray back there. All right, so I've got some things planned for this, which should be fun. I'm gonna read over these 3 sets of instructions here, clean everything off, and then we're gonna get started. All right, I have washed this off. I've read the instructions. I think I'm ready to get started. But a couple quick things before I do. Looking at the dial here, they only have 2 settings. They have chewy and they have crispy. I think this is 3 minutes and this is 5 minutes. Inside there is this non-stick baking tray. And there was a separate letter that included this. So I think this must have been added after the fact. So this silicone baking sheet goes on the non-stick baking tray. Now I watched the video on the website and read over the instructions. There's a couple small differences. Now the person in the video said she left the cookie dough out to room temperature. The instructions say leave it out 5 minutes and preheat it. I'm gonna follow the instructions. Also, the lady in the video pulled it out with her hand. The instructions say to use a spatula. I'll see which one works better for me. A quick timeout here. Now I just realized something while editing this video that I saw some discrepancies. They have a chart on their website which says no preheating, but then the instructions suggest preheating. Also on that chart it says you'll have a cookie in 3 minutes, but on the packaging and elsewhere it says 5. So your mileage may vary, and so do the instructions. Step number 1, plug it in. Check. Now they say if I'm using the tube type cookie dough, which I'm going to do for the first round, slice it 1/4 inch thick with a serrated knife. I have my tube style cookie dough here. All right, 1/4 inch. It's about 1/4 inch. Now I'm supposed to let it sit out for 5 minutes and preheat the Bicky for 5 minutes. Okay, let's bring the Bicky back here. I'm gonna turn the dial all the way up to crispy, which should be 5 minutes, and you can see there's a blue light here. So when this is done preheating, we'll pop it in there and then we'll see what happens. I do feel warmth, it's working, so something's happening. I'll come back in 5 minutes and we'll get started. All right, it's preheated. Now using their included oven mitt, we'll pull the tray out, placing a cookie on the tray. Sliding the tray back in, closing it up. I'm gonna go crispy for the first one. All the way up, so that should be about another 5 minutes. I guess all we can do now is wait about 5 minutes and see what happens. There's no real light in there, but it does look like it's gonna work in there. So, looking forward to see what happens. Now it says, let the Bicky shut off on its own. Rewinding the timer could cause damage, so we won't do that. We should hear a ding any moment now. Ah, here we go. I'm interested in this one. Now they say to use tongs or an oven mitt to pull the tray out. Oh, look at this. The edges definitely look done. Is the center done? Well, maybe not. It says let it sit for a minute, so I'll have to do that. Now, this instructions say to remove it, but in the video, she just pulled it out like this, so I might do what she did. It seems easier. They say let it sit for 1 minute, then it should be done. The other thing is the instructions say to let it go 2 minutes in between cookies, but not to go more than 15 minutes at a time without letting it cool off completely. All right, 1 minute is up there. Now they say to use a spatula. Let me see if I can use my hands like the person in the video did. Oh, it looks kind of soft. I don't know. Might have to use a spatula for this. I wouldn't say that's crispy. It seems pretty soft to me. Let me let this sit for a little bit. I'm gonna let it sit. Maybe it'll be crispy as it cools off. All right, so while that's cooling off, it's been 2 minutes since this went off, so I can throw my next batch in there. So I have a cookie weight in the wings. Let's toss it in here. Close this up. We're gonna go on the chewy function next. I think I'll let the crispy one completely cool off while the chewy one goes, and we'll compare them side by side. So I'll come back in about 3 minutes, and we'll see how our chewy cookie comes out. All right, I'm gonna open this up, pull this out, and let it sit for 1 minute. And then we'll compare the two of them. All right, before I pull this one out of there, it does seem pretty soft, although the edges seem pretty done too. Seems like both of these, the edges were more done in the center, which I guess isn't that unusual. But we're at 1 minute, so let's pull it out of here. I guess I could let it sit longer if I wanted to use my fingers, but I'm using the spatula here. All right, so the machine has been off for 2 minutes. I'm gonna do another round, but this time they say you can do 2 cookies at a time. Let's try that. 1 over here and 1 right there. We're going 2. We're going 2. All the way up to crispy. All right, while that's cooking, let's take a look at these first 2 now. This is the crispy, this is the chewy. Not a huge difference between the two. Let me see. I mean, this one's hardened up nicely. This one it seems a little softer in the center. Maybe they're gonna be right. Maybe they're right. Let's try the crispy first. Crispy on the outside, soft in the center. Let's try the chewy one now, which is still so soft it's almost hard to pick up. The chewy one just kind of fell apart. So that's pretty chewy. I'm thinking they need to cool more than the 1 minute called for in the instructions, because that chewy one just fell apart. Tasted good, it was chewy, but we're still just getting started here. So let's see how the dual crispy cookies turn out, and I'll let them sit a little longer as well. Now they say let it sit for 1 minute, I let it sit for 2. I still think that's not quite enough. Well, the 2 did turn out, and the back one looks a little bit more done than the front one. Maybe not a big deal. All right, so I'm gonna let these cool off for a little bit, transfer them over, and then go for my final test of round number 1, which are the 2 chewy cookies. 2 more cookies. For this round, I'm letting all the cookies completely cool off before I try them out. The first round, it seemed like the chewy one, I didn't cool off enough. They said 1 minute, I went 2. That still wasn't enough. My crispies are cooling, waiting in the wings. We'll wait till these are finished and then try them all off when they've cooled off. All right, it's time for a real world taste test here. I'm sitting outside. I've got my cup of coffee as they recommend having with your cookies. I've got all 4 chewy and crispy cookies here. The crispies have been sitting out for about 12 minutes, the chewies for about 10. Let's take a bite of each one of these now. Crispy first. I wouldn't describe that as crispy. That one was more chewy. Let's try the chewy next. Again, the chewy kind of fell apart. All right, so what have I learned after round number 1? I've learned that they probably need to sit out longer than the 1 minute they recommend. The crispy so far has been kind of on the chewy side, and the chewy's been kind of on the chewier side. But what I need to do now is go back to the drawing board and try something else, because this is fine for that tube style cookie dough. But what if you want to make your own? Tomorrow I'm coming back with round number 2 with homemade cookie dough. And before I do that, shameless plug, if you like food related content, you might be interested in my second channel, Freakin 2, where I do all kinds of interesting taste tests, many times in this spot right here. But anyways, I'm coming back tomorrow for homemade cookies. All right, it is day number 2. I'm gonna try something a little different now. Yesterday I did the tube style cookie dough. Today I'm doing something homemade. That's right, because what if you're gonna do homemade cookies? They say the tube style is the easiest, but not everybody wants to use that. So I have whipped up a batch of very simple cookie dough here. It's been chilling in the fridge for about an hour. Let me start the preheating process. I'll let these sit out for a while. This is a very simple recipe. Self-rising flour, sugar, oil, egg, vanilla extract, that's it, I think. It's a very different consistency dough than I had yesterday, so I'm kind of curious. Now, there's probably gonna be a learning curve here, so the first one might be a bust, but I will make adjustments and hopefully get it right by the end. So when this preheats, we'll get started. Okay, now what I've done here is I've shaped that cookie dough into roughly a 1/4 inch thick cookie shape, kind of like the cookie dough tube style. I'm gonna put it on their silicone mat here. Putting on crispy, don't know how it's gonna turn out. This dough is much softer, it's kind of oil-based. This is kind of my experiment. Once I see how this turns out, then I can make adjustments. So we'll come back in about 5 minutes and see how it turns out. I mean, at first glance, it looks nice. I have a tiny bit of browning around the back edge there. It does seem like the back is warmer than the front from everything I've seen. So we'll let this cool off and we'll keep going. All right, it's been about 2 minutes now. Let's see if we can get this out of here. Feels pretty formed. It's still a bit soft though. I think it needs to sit longer. I'm gonna let that go while I do my next cookie. All right, place my next cookie dough in here. Close it up. Now the thing is that the crispy is still pretty soft. Do I want to try chewy? I've got to try it. I got to try it. And we'll see how this one turns out. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Now yesterday I noticed even after letting them sit for hours, there really wasn't a big difference between the chewy and the crispy and the cookies I made. So will there be a big difference here? We shall see. And once again, I don't see a huge difference. There's a tiny bit of browning around the back edge there. It has puffed up. I'm not sure it's 100% done. Maybe it's close. So it seems to me, based on these first two and what I did yesterday, it's not really two settings of crispy and chewy. It's more like chewy and barely done. I think I'm gonna stick to the crispy settings. That seems like it gets them closer. Although we do have a little bit of browning in the back there. All right, so what I'm gonna do next, I'm not gonna do the chewy setting because it seems like it's not really worth it. But I'm gonna try 2 at a time using the crispy setting for homemade cookies and see how those turn out. All right, here we got 2 cookies on here. I made a bit smaller this time. We're going crispy and hopefully they turn out. And once these are all cooled off, we'll give them a taste test. They look done, so I'm gonna let these cool as well. The first 2 cookies I tried out have cooled off. Let's give them a taste. Here are the first 2 I tried out. Not a huge difference in the crispiness, although this one is a little bit burnt and uneven on one side. This one not quite as much. Let's give these a taste. Crispy first. Now chewy. There's very little difference between the 2 of them as far as the crispiness goes. It's just like chewy 1 and chewy 2. They're done though, it did work. You can't make 1 cookie in here. But what else can you make in here? Let's try that next. Now in the letter they included with the Bicky, they say you can make cheese toast with this. How if I do a simple cheese toast test here? I just have a slice of American on white bread. Let's throw it in here. Let's slide that in. I'm gonna put it on the lower setting. I'm gonna put it on the chewy, which is about 3 minutes. But I'll keep checking it and I'll let you know how it turns out. It should work, we shall see. All right, that was about 3 minutes. Let's see what that did, if anything. Interesting, very interesting. The back, it looks almost on the burnt side, and the front doesn't look like it's quite done yet. Maybe I can rotate this and put it on for like another minute. I don't think that's done. I'm just gonna go about another minute. It wasn't quite done, and it also definitely wasn't quite even. The recurring theme from what I've seen is that the back heats more than the front. This is also trial and error. If you get this down, you could probably lock it in pretty easily. But right now, I'm trying to figure it out. All right, let's see. All right, there's what we got. Not quite even. It is toasted though. Let's take a taste. So it can toast bread, it can warm up cheese. The heat distribution is kind of uneven. And if I wanted to go longer, that one side probably would have got burnt. But overall, it doesn't work. Somewhat. Now, one question I'm sure a lot of people have is couldn't you just do this with a regular toaster oven or countertop oven? I happen to have one right here. This is actually kind of on the larger side. They have small ones out there. Dash has a countertop toaster oven that's like 30 bucks. But this is the only one that I have that's kind of available at the moment. So let's just go through the process with this one and see how it turns out. The Wonder Oven has a lot more controls, obviously. I have a whole review of that one if you want to check it out. But we will preheat this for 5 minutes and then make some cookies. Throw our 1 cookie right in the center. Got it on 350 on bake. I'm not sure how long 1 cookie is going to take in here, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. All right, we're at the 5 minute mark, which is about where the Bicky's at on the crispy mode. Let's turn this off here. Now in the Wonder Oven, you can turn the dial all the way to 0. You can't do that on the Bicky. Let's pull it out there and see what we've got. That looks pretty good. Let's let this cool off for a little bit and then see what we're working with here. The initial results look pretty good. All right, the Wonder Oven cookie has been sitting for about 5 minutes. It looks pretty well formed. Looks pretty good. Let's give it a shot. Not only did it come out perfect, but it also seems a little bit more even as well. With that, I think I have about enough to wrap this thing up. So let's take a look at the pros and cons of the Bicky now. The pros would be that it does make 1 or 2 cookies relatively quickly. It has a small footprint, it's easy to clean, and it's easy to use. Some might argue that it's also kind of cute. But let's take a look at the cons now. They say a cookie in 3 minutes. I'm not sure if it's that fast. You gotta preheat it for 5 minutes, cook it for 5 minutes, and then cool it off for about 5 minutes. You're on 15 minutes at that point. That's a little different than 3. At that point, you're not really that far from a toaster oven. The cooking seems a bit uneven with the back being hotter than the front, but to me, the biggest con is 130 $130 price tag when you have other items out there like the Dash Mini Toaster Oven for 30 bucks that can do about the same thing. I should also point out that I made the rest of my cookie dough in my regular oven. They were more even, they were more thoroughly cooked, and they just came out better overall. It may have taken longer, but I made 12 at a time. In the end, I think it works exactly as advertised, but it's gonna be a tough sell versus some of the cheap toaster ovens out there. I mean, single serve appliances are popular. You have coffee makers, you have sandwich makers, personal blenders, rice cookers, drink makers, waffle makers. So I get the idea. I just don't know if that's gonna translate to cookies, especially when it's 130 bucks. But that's all I've got. If you've tried the Bicky or something like it, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.